no telling how long we're gonna be able to be in here because it's storming, I guess. I guess it's storming. I guess it is. Who knows if it's real or not, right? I don't know how long we're gonna be in here. I guess until the next lightning strike or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, okay, so we back. Right, Jen? It kicked us right on out, didn't it? It kicked us right on out. Sure did. Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Everything went out, it did. And it's crazy because it didn't start raining until I got in here. You know what else is crazy? It just went, yeah, I think we back. Anyway, whatever. I was just telling you I probably wasn't going to get on because I'm going to go make me something to eat. Oh, happy birthday, Pumpkin. It's Whitley. Sorry, Pumpkin. Whitney's birthday. Happy birthday, Pumpkin. 40 is a monumental year. It is. 40 is a monumental year. Yeah, we back. How was y'all day? How was everybody's day? Y'all been chilling, trying to stay off TikTok. TikTok. uh, hello, George. I've been chilling. I did my hair. Did my dang feet, cause they was ridiculous. I should have been ashamed. Washed some dishes. I made me some jerk chicken thighs yesterday. I'm about to boil me some eggs and make some jerk chicken salad. Super productive. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. It take all day, too. It's crazy. But, yeah, I got up. I folded some laundry, put that up. I said, okay. Whew. And tomorrow it is this room. Yeah. Tomorrow is this. Mm-hmm. It's this tomorrow. You said Oracle about TikTok. Interesting. Are we surprised? Y'all see Jimmy Kimmel lost his job. I saw a little bit of that. It's crazy how the world is learning the lesson that we learned a long time ago. No? He said I watched a rewatch of the class that I missed. Fell asleep the other day. Okay. I didn't even get a chance to watch it yet. I haven't even got a chance to watch it yet. Had to leave and come back. It was freezing. I'm sure it's storming. Well, not storming, but it's raining where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah. You said you had to leave. You said, yep, I watched what he said that got him canned. And it was like, okay, so that part. This the thing. But think about it. We talked about that. We talked about it a lot. And people have given me the hardest time, right? About telling people that. And look, you can talk crazy about the Army, but you can't talk crazy about CK? That's crazy. Nuts. But that's how you know things are changing very quickly. And this is why I was telling y'all, hey, if you can color or do something, do something that makes you happy, you're going to need to. Because it's real crazy. Can you come out of CERCA jail? Are you going to act like you got some sense? You only got to stay in a playpen when you keep getting into stuff you ain't supposed to. Hello. That's the only time I put people in a corner or a playpen around here. Y'all know how I am. Okay. Y'all know how I am. I'm not going to change. And I am human, first of all. So, again, you got to, if you, listen, whoever don't respect my boundaries, they can't be around me. And that ain't just to you. That's to everybody. That's why I don't deal with my crazy family. Because you're going to respect my boundaries because I respect other people's boundaries. You see what I'm saying? So if you say don't say something or don't tell nobody or whatever, like, or if you tell me something, everything that you tell me, it doesn't have to be repeated. You said I've been looking into that. I guess he's the son and the relative to some high up people in high places, of course. Nobody is just there for no reason. Satan has his plan and God has his. But because he is the God of this world, there's a lot of things that look unfair. But it's only for a while. Because God about to come through and flex his muscles, I'm telling you. And it's going to be a different thing. You see what I mean? People don't believe it. They just think, whatever. But, he just like tallying the scores so he can come through and do what he going to do. Mm-hmm. He didn't say, you said, please, yes, please, God. Please, God, come, please. Oh, it's some things that got to happen before that happen. And I be wanting folks to realize that it's a lot of stuff that has to happen before that. I need y'all to understand that. And a lot of it is already happening right now, but ain't no come save me boat. You're getting ready to have to give your life for Christ. And people don't believe it, but they are. And I'm not talking about fake just going up to church, taking him in your heart. I'm talking about losing your life source. The same thing that the disciples in the early church had to go through, the same thing. Like, people don't want to believe that, but it's about to be a thing. I didn't. It's a golden statue. I did my hair, so no, I ain't seen nothing. I haven't. I listen to gospel music the whole day, and I feel so rejuvenated. You said it won't be in our lifetime? Do you read the Bible? It's already happening. It's looking a lot like 3.5-ish years from now. I don't know the date, but I wouldn't give it more than 4 years for sure. You got to read the Bible, honey, because it's happening right in everybody's face. And that's the scary part. People don't believe it, right? It's very close. Ugh. But not how people think, girl. Just leave it. The world got these folks fooled, and that's scary. Yeah. But guess what? When Jesus was here, they didn't believe he was here either. They didn't believe that the Messiah had came. Well, the fake Messiah is already here. He been here for 3.5 years. Yeah, we in the midst of it. I'm not God, but old boy was revealed 43 months ago, and look at all that's happening in the 43rd month. That would be the first month of the second half of the tribulation. 42 months, it was going to be cool. The next 42 months was going to be hell on wheels. Well, he's been here for 43 months. And look at all that's going on right now around the world. It is chaos everywhere. I don't know if people reading their Bibles or what, but you might want to be. Because that meant the Jews found their Messiah March of 2022. If you count back the months, you tell me how many months that was. Yeah, I don't have no message though. I just came on here to see what y'all was doing. I ain't about to get nothing into nothing, but it's scary. But God said this was gonna happen. Girl. Was watching and recording today, Restoration, so the 4th book of Ezra about judgment. Yeah, he said I can feel the hell flames in the ghetto for sure. Listen, it's terrifying how many people are looking and they still can't see it. Like, everybody's talking about it. You hear me? Everybody's talking about it, but they not seeing it though. And that's the spooky part. No? Ain't that the spooky part? They are trying to escape giving their life for Christ. India, I don't know. I don't know. You said that's the delusion and the disbelief. Listen, they have allowed the enemy to paint a picture for them that's very spooky. It is. It is very spooky. Very. People really think we got 10 years, and I'm like, what? But again, when you don't read for yourself, then you don't know. Hey, nephew, you hear me? When you don't read for yourself, or you're just always listening, okay? Who understands the importance of us going through the word precept on precept, word by word now? Anybody? You appreciate God allowing us to be able to do that? It hit different. You can actually see. Thank you. Yeah. People thought we was doing too much. Baby, our eyes wide open. For 2 people to come in here this week and say that 2 major companies gave their employees emergency preparedness kits? But we crazy. Who remembers me saying they wasn't going to start preparing until it was already happening? And they wasn't going to tell nobody until it was pretty much almost too late. Because folks don't want them to be prepared. Do you see it? Thank you. Thank you, Lana. You said the ultimate test filter, are you the lying followers or the enslaved disciples? Listen. Listen, Mari. It's so spooky. Do you hear me? They don't even want to hear. Okay? You can leave voicemails, video. You can send videos. You can send links. They don't. And I'm talking about all different kinds of people. I ain't just saying everybody that's in church. Folks don't want to know what's happening. They have chose to be blind. Do you hear me? They want to see what they want to see, hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear. Like, I've been talking to God all day, listening. You hear me? Because when it gets to being a lot going on, especially in my life, I have to withdraw and talk to my daddy about what's happening. You hear me? I ain't just about to keep pushing through now, because I be made the wrong decision. What you want me to do? Where you want me to go? How you want me to be? It's a real thing. And that's not saying no, I'm not perfect, and I don't even claim to be. You said this part, Lex. And people don't believe. Okay. I'm going to ask this, not often, but I'm going to ask it. How many of you, when you first came here, you thought that most Christians believed in the Bible for real? Like they actually not believed in it, but they believed what was in it. Right? Show of hands. How many of you thought most people knew, like if they went to church or whatever, that they actually read the Bible? They, you felt like pretty much, you, Steph, you, Ashley, anybody else? You, Stitch, you did Bloody Rivers, Queen, okay. Rika said me. Diana, Jennifer, India, okay. Nana, okay. Tony, okay. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you still feel like that? Put I don't if you don't. How many of you feel like people that go to church understand the Bible, read the Bible, and really believe in it? No, you don't. Or believe what's in it, should I say. You don't, Steph? Hey, DeShannon. Hey, Pumpkin. You don't, Stitch? Tony, no? I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Conchita? Valerie? Oh, you don't? Maureen, you don't? Afro-Vivalist, you don't? Diana, not anymore. Not me. Lana, you don't? Antoinette, you don't? Rika, you don't? Interesting. I don't. They don't understand what they read. Interesting. No way. You said they are motivational speakers. Interesting. You said 100% George. No. Can I ask you a question? Do you feel like most of the stuff that you read in the Bible, you can understand it? And you can see what you read popping up off the page like a movie? And even though it's scary, you still understand what's going on? Much better now. Now you can. Listen. Listen. Yes. Yes, Diana. Yes, George. Okay. It's a whole lot different. Got it, Sherry. Maureen. Okay. You said, come in here, open my eyes. I just, what I want you to understand is this. God is speaking loudly, and he has been for a very long time. But if you choose to be deceived, he's not going to force you to not be. You say, yes, now I can. Come on, Rika. Now do you understand when it said like they sat down with whoever and their eyes was open? Your eyes have been open. You going to say it? Both of y'all said it? Okay. Okay. We all three said it at one time. You feel like your eyes been open now. But that's what happens. Okay? When you get in touch with God for real, you can see. And sometimes you don't always like what you see. Sometimes you might not want to even see it, but he'll tell you, come here, let me tell you something. I know you think you're seeing it, and I know you think what you're hearing is real, but pull away and see what happens. How many of you pulled away from a lot of things, but now you can see? You pulled away from friends, pulled away from family, pulled away from drama, pulled away from whatever it was. But once you made the decision to do that, now you can't go nowhere and not see nothing. You said things and people. Okay. You, Diana? Okay. Okay. This is the importance of stealing away. When it says steal away, get under God's wing and let him hide you. You hear me? Sometimes if it's a lot of noise, you got to pull back. And he'll allow the devil to expose himself. You hear me? For real. In this next space, you're going to have to know what people say that is what they mean. You hear me? You're going to want to be with people that understand. It's time out for, well, maybe they just didn't get it. Okay. You can go with that if you want to. Some people don't want to get it, and they only want to see what they want to see. They're not trying to hear nothing else. Yeah, you hear me? They only want to see what they want to see. It's a lot of people that only want to see what they want to see right now. They don't want to see nothing else. I was just saying that. I'm looking for others that relate with spirit. Oh, yeah. Mimicking spirits are all around. And they will say whatever they think you want to hear. For real. You said you know a few of those? Listen. They're... It's a real thing. You said yes, and lack of discernment. All of it. All of it. It's a real thing. Y'all, my feet feel so soft. You said God is not playing with nobody. He not. I guess they forget that you can go to hell for unbelief. So if you say, oh, God is not going to let us be here for that, that's unbelief, because he already said he was. Hello. Oh, God is not going to let us go into captivity. He already said he was. Like, what? So you don't believe the Bible is what you're saying. Okay, just say that. Please and thank you. Because how can you not believe what is written in the word? Like, yeah. I have a volcanic rock one, but I had to go back to the one I used to use when I was in beauty school. I needed it. You hear me? That makes thank you, Lana. That makes no sense. You said they don't know the Bible. It's spooky. But people don't believe that. You said they need to read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Listen, all I'm going to say is this. Life is changing very... Hey, Miss Mel. Auntie, life is changing very quickly. I know y'all see it. So don't forget to find time to steal away. Okay? If it's real loud around you, get in your prayer closet or put your headphones on and ask God if he got something to say. Hi, Pumpkin. Hey, Isabel. You hear me? It's okay to do it. Especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay? Or it seems like it's just... Right? Take 15, 20 minutes and get in God's face. Yeah. Because the devil wants you to be overwhelmed, overstimulated. Okay? That's what he wants. Because he know you can't make good decisions and stuff when you're being bombarded. Right? So when you start to feel like anxious or whatever it is, just... I didn't have to do this at work in the bathroom, baby. You hear me? You said I took this whole week off because I needed a mental break. Exactly. You said came in right on time. Yeah. 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 That part. You said people funny, the Bible spooky, but not spooky enough to scare them straight. This part, George. But you know why? Because people have painted a picture of Christ that he's fluffy and he's not. You said this is the conversation I'm needing. Listen. We are in a different time. We are. And it's spooky. Because people just want to keep thinking nothing is going to happen. But y'all see what we read the other day. He said, you don't think I'll do it, do you? You said they skip right over Revelations and act like it doesn't exist. Baby, anything that have to do with them suffering, do you see it? Do you? You said them not getting it for 2 to 3 years is wild work. Ooh, nephew. And the fact that the world is getting it and the getting slapped to wake up while the church is still rolling over is wild work. Nephew. Nephew. How are the people that's supposed to be leading people to Christ sleep and so deceived? Listen, honey, listen. They don't even want to hear. I'm trying to tell you. I keep telling y'all, I talk to ministers. My brothers are ministers, whatever, right? Well, 2 of them. When I tell you, if it's anything about the end of the world, they need to be paying attention to international news, baby, nothing. They not even going to comment on it. They will read it. You said tucked in and loving it. Nephew, this part. Do you hear me? This part. That's why I said I'm happy I learned how to stay in the house, not be doing too much moving around. Because, yeah, you said because they don't read it for themselves, they only listen to the pastors. It's real out here, and it's scary because, again, 250 countries just met somewhere doing something. The leaders of 250 countries, 200 and something. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You hear me? You said God said he didn't send them. Theology school did. Uh-oh. Because do you realize the fact that they have made the conscious decision not to teach the full gospel? Which version of the Bible do I read? I read a couple of them. But the easiest one to read if you don't understand the Bible or it's still a little confusing is the Easy Read version. NIV, NLT, all of those. And then, you can always go back to the regular King James or even read them simultaneously. You love the 1611? Okay. We got that one too. Miss Lex, we do. I always just say that for people that are starting to read, though. Like, I never know, where people's understanding of the Bible is. And there's a lot of people that can quote scriptures, but sometimes they don't even know what they mean. And I get mad about that. You said, yes, my husband grew up a Mennonite and said he didn't know anything about Revelation or end time. Are you serious? I don't think Jehovah's Witnesses really talk about the end time either. Interesting. You said the 250 are from the U.S. and 50 states want Israel. Interesting. You say, hey, family, I'm so glad I actually caught alive. They been hiding my fam. No, they ain't been hiding me. I ain't been on here. They don't believe in it. They don't. They don't. And it's scary because it's like, I've heard of the Mennonites. But a lot of them, they don't. Listen, y'all. People used to get mad at me. I said, you don't even believe the Bible you read. You can't tell me. I said, you're telling me. You really, hello. You're telling me that you, okay? I don't have to tell. You're telling me because I'm telling you scripture and you're telling me that's not scripture. You're telling me God wouldn't do that. You're telling me that's not the word. I don't gotta. You told me you don't. I didn't have to. You told me. Because if I tell you, we going to be here. Listen, I've been seeing people say, oh, we about to get out of here. We about to get it. What we got? 6 days? 5 days? 6 days. Because today the 18th. So we got 6 days till these people think that Jesus is about to come back. Right? Because today the 18th. They talking about the 23rd or the 24th. Interesting. You said I've been reading the OTP. And I was amazed to see that there are other things that they don't like us to do besides the 10 Commandments. And that shocked me. It's a lot of them. You said they're setting up systems to take gold and silver purchases. Debit cards will deduct from gold and silver accounts. And cash is no more interesting. Because the church only taught us the 10 Commandments, and that was, yeah. Listen, you said they can leave their cars in homes. Hilarious. People are already turning in their cars. A man in England, he said he ain't going to be here after the 23rd. So he didn't turn in his car, said he about to be sad on the 24th. You hear me? You said I got confirmation on the 23rd, being a great deception of the fake rapture of the false Messiah. Of course. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it. And they really talking about, we have to get up out of here. I said, not before you suffer. They so silly. They are so silly. I said, God, I did not know that the great deception was going to be like this. That's spooky. You said, my sis tried to tell me about watching you talking about God, didn't want to know all of this. I said, you ain't supposed to add. I want Carlos. I wonder what they about to do. You said, I ain't supposed to add or take away the words, so why they take away from it? Oh, child of God, you hit them like that? Did they read the 66 and that's it? And it's a cool 80 that came out in the first copy. Come back here on the 24th. That part, George. That part. They so crazy. He said he gave it to me in a dream and I was a non-believer. It was the start of my salvation. Pretty cool. They always trying to skip over the hard parts because they do not want to suffer for Christ. That's why they keep talking about he about to come get them, because they don't want to suffer for Christ. That's a real thing. It is. That's why they keep talking about they getting out of here. He on his way back. Yeah, but it's a whole bunch of stuff that have to happen. Hey, you said nothing but being deceived. It's spooky. And because certain people don't do what they supposed to do, that's why, man. Everything that would make it possible to see Revelations 13 come to pass is being put into place, and their eyes are still closed. You hear me? Their eyes are still closed. Yours too. Right? You said sing a song. The world is ending. Are you ready? Jesus is not coming back before you have to suffer. That is the song I have to sing. And reverends need to do their job and tell these people to get ready, or they're going to be having to take the mark very shortly. That's the song. What you think about it? Mm-hmm. The Antichrist has been here for 43 months. He only had 42 good months. And now, in the 43rd month, they talking about Jesus coming back on the 23rd. Right when he about to be revealed. What you think about that song? You said she is 66er and thinks she know everything. It makes me so mad. That's why I don't do that no more. I'm not about to argue with you. He said they was gonna believe a lie. He literally said they was gonna believe a lie. Do you see them believing it? Mm-hmm. You said you've been talking about it for years. Have you seen what's happening now? 3.5 years, the Antichrist, the false Messiah, has been here. And in the 43rd month, but you got to watch the news and pay attention to what's going on to see it. And it's scary because most church folks don't see it. That's why they don't have nothing prepared. They worried about money, and the economic system has already crashed. Yeah. They not looking at the tanks and stuff that's riding around, and that the military is in every city just about. They're not paying attention because they don't believe that people are going to be going door to door asking you to see your mark. Well, good job. That's good. I hope you got your emergency plans ready, because we going to need them. 2 major corporations this week gave their employees emergency preparedness with masks and water, and told them that they need to figure out if they're going to leave when the emergency happens or stay. So it's scary to me that pastors are not telling their parishioners the same thing. Companies and schools are preparing and churches aren't. I saw them floating most of them on the waterways so they don't see them. Ooh. They was floating them on the waterways. Well, I got news the other day that they was manned. The ones that they was seeing, and this person used to be in the military, they were manned. He was like, they normally are not. I said, oh, 5 of them, huh? Interesting. Okay. You said in the parade that China did told them they ain't playing. Right. It's crazy. That's why I'm like, states are putting out emergency plans on the internet, and folks are still saying they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to have nothing. And we just sitting here like this. I'm going to have to eat you soon, probably. I'm going to have to give me a little seasoning because I know this probably going to be dry, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Right, they still thinking everything is normal and don't understand it's nothing normal about any of this. Right. Folks talking about the next 4 years. The next 4 years? Oh, little Saint. I looked on my school website and they put up disaster preparedness list. I was like, looky, come on. Here we go. And you a teacher, right, Brianna? Ain't that crazy? Didn't I tell you they was going to wait till it was too late to tell the people what they need to get? Ain't you happy God put us on 3.5 years ago and we put our tools and views together? That's the 3rd one this week. So now it's been a school and 2. Do me a favor. Let's just see. Can y'all go to y'all kids' school's website and see if they have anything about disaster preparedness on there? And ignoring all the animals telling them to flee as they are fleeing from areas. Come on, Mari. Creation speaking real loud. I know, Pumpkin. I ain't been on here that long because it was storming and the power went out and I got back on. I'm getting ready to go boil my eggs so I can make me some Jamaican jerk chicken salad because I made me some jerk chicken the other day. And I'm going to boil me some eggs. I like it in chicken salad. I think I got some cranberries too. You said ice has made it to Montana and they're on our reds now. I was just talking about Montana yesterday. That's spooky and I didn't even know that. Are you serious? So ice is on the reservation. They're making sure people don't have a place to run to. That's why they're cleaning up all the homeless and all of these things are happening. Remember we talked about this though, didn't we? We talked about it and it's happening right in front of our face. And we talked about it 3 years ago about what they was going to do with the homeless, where they was going to be putting them. We talked about either go to jail or go to this specific place. We talked about all of that and it's happening. You said everything about how I lived in 2022 prepared me for chaos and lack. I'm trying to tell you. It did. It did. But that's why God told us to learn to live with less. Who's grateful you did? Anybody grateful you learn to live with less? You learn not to be out all in the open, posting everywhere you're going and what you're doing and telling everybody your business. God had us sitting down for a reason. And now I'm grateful that he did. The matrix all over again. They will be able to plainly see who's not in the system and who's not. Yeah? Who is and who isn't. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's literally. Yeah. Yeah. Do me a favor and go look on y'all kids' websites and see. I got to run to the restroom. See if they put anything about emergency preparedness on your kids' website, their school website, the district, or either your school or however that's going to go. Thank you, woman of virtue. I appreciate that. You hear me? Can y'all do that for me real quick? Go look at your kids' thing and go see what just scan through there, see if they got anything about emergency preparedness or disaster preparedness on there. I'll be right back. I just want to see what y'all see. Or even your job. If y'all job got a letterboard or something, see if it's anything on there about that. Sorry, I had to put my eggs on. That way when I get off of here, I can just make my salad and be done with it. Get my butt in the bed. And I know I'm going to pay for it tomorrow because it's going to give me indigestion probably. Probably, but I'm still going to do it. You said over here where I live, corner of Texas and New Mexico, they're stopping people, oil field workers, and taking them. Interesting. Did we talk about this, Denise? Did we talk about this? Remember I said they're going to practice with a certain group of people to make sure that it works. We talked about this 3 years ago. Y'all remember? And we said, look over here, and then look over there, and then look over here. Don't get distracted with what's going on right here. You got to look everywhere, remember? And look it. Everybody told us we was focused on too many things. It's a lot going on everywhere right now. It's not just in one place. Uh-oh. Right? Let my grandbaby pop these. Listen. It's a real thing out here. And it's scary because people are just, they sleep. And they don't want to hear nothing that don't have nothing to do with fame and fortune and whatever else. The Bible talks about people who's going to be given in marriage. Like, their eyes are not open. You hear me? They sleep. And it's scary. It really is. It's terrifying. But at least God warned us, right? He allowed us to calm our minds down. Because have you guys saw what's going on Al Jazeera? Have y'all seen it? Y'all seen what's going on Al Jazeera? Have you? People are being burned alive. They hitting the small towns. In Gaza. Babies. The people was trying to leave. Oh yeah, go over there and look. It's real ugly. Real ugly. You can hear the babies screaming and everything. Regular cars, people with all their stuff piled on them, they light them up. You said, wow, that's so crazy. I was just popping some bubble wrap earlier today, and it brought me so much peace. You see, I had to quit doing it because I forgot that's rude because y'all here. So not only are these people starved and weak from not having enough nutrients and water in the desert, now they're being burned alive. You can't tell me that the spirit of the Antichrist is not in that region right now, because everything that's happening is inhumane. But remember, he said he's going to start with his people first and all of that. That's the thing. Like, that's what's so mind-blowing, right? That the church thinks that they're going to be out of here when he literally said that judgment is going to start in his house. Yes or no? Did he say that? Judgment is going to start in the house of God? Ain't that what he told us? Judgment going to start with his people, right? That's what he said. No? He did say that. So then why do the church think that they not going to be here for it? His house got to be here in order for the judgment to start there. What? They don't believe the Bible. I'm telling you, they don't. They believe the parts of it that make them happy. The rest of it is trash to them. And that's why they're going to be so surprised. You said they can't see it. I know, Sherry. And it's scary, because how are you leading me anywhere and you don't even know what's going on? You said, right. How will there be a persecuted saints with no saints? Mari, I've been asking that question for a few years now, and they can't answer it. They tell me what's been repeated that's not the truth, which is the tribulation saints. If they're tribulation saints, they weren't holy. And it says that he's going to go against God's holy saints. So maybe they letting us know that they not his people. That's the only thing that I can think of. Okay? Because if you are not identifying with being a holy saint, and I'm not saying you were saying, I'm saying it says God's holy people was going to be persecuted by this man. So that means you're not a part of God's holy people if you're not expecting that. Or am I wrong? Am I tripping? If you are not expecting to be persecuted, then that means that you're not in the body of Christ. Because the people that are going to be in the body of Christ are going to be persecuted for their beliefs. Killed for their beliefs. You said the Sandys and Judases of the church. Ooh, not you call them the Sandys and the Judases. Just because a person believes the Bible, somebody doesn't mean that they just because a person reads the Bible doesn't mean that they believe it. Right. That. And it's sad. Mari. But you see it with your own eyes, thief in the night coming to pass. Winda. You literally see it with your own eyes coming to pass. You see it. You know what's crazy? It's people that sat under this message over here and still didn't do nothing. Because they didn't believe it. They heard it and it bounced off of their eardrums and went right back out. My skin is so dry, y'all, right here. My eyebrows be getting dandruff. It's not funny. You said while with walkie-talkie cameras recording it and producing it. Listen. Major people are losing their jobs for saying whatever they want to say in a country where there's supposed to be free speech. And now the lawmakers are saying you do not have free speech. They're saying it. It's not even they're saying you do not have free speech. Free speech is not free. And we've been saying that forever over here. And people told us we was fear-mongering and all kind of crazy stuff. And now people like freaking Jimmy Kimmel lost their job for speaking against just a regular American. Teachers are losing their jobs. Girl, Rika. God was teaching us, for now, to hold our peace. You ain't got to repeat everything you know. Be careful what you say. All these different things. He was teaching us for right now. You can't type that, Vonda, because that's the word that we don't like to see over here. You got to say something else, but I got you. That's a trigger word over here. I'm just grateful that he warned us. People are being removed to make way for that. Yeah. Most of the Christians don't even, they still think that they're waiting for him to be revealed. That's why they keep talking about 2030 or 2030 something. Yeah. They think they got 7 years before he even come out. They don't know he been here 3.5 years already. They don't know the cows, nothing. That's why I'm like, they talking about, oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. God is coming back. Yeah, but it's a lot of stuff that got to happen before that. And I'm sad that your pastor don't be telling you. He wants to change. She wants to change. Baby, listen, it's about souls over here. Not one person has believed me when I told them he been here. I know, Jen. Because they pastors ain't telling them. That's why they don't believe us. The pastors don't even know. So if they pastor ain't said none, this is why they think they got like 7 years. I'm telling you, they're like, oh, the tribulation will start when he's revealed. That's not what it said. It said it was gonna be 3.5 years and then 3.5 years. Literally. The second 3.5 years is when he was gonna come into power. When in the world have we ever been locked down? If 2020 didn't open their eyes, I don't know what will. I don't. To me, it is mind-blowing. It really is. It's mind-blowing. We've been preparing ourselves to give our life for Christ. And no, it's not even an easy thing to think about, but we know we're going to have to do it. But you got to think, if they won't even believe that the Antichrist is revealed, why would they believe that the next form of payment that they have to take is the mark? Why would they believe it? Because their leaders are not talking about it. They're too worried about conferences and conventions and nice cars and suits and dresses. Like, they're not telling these people to go get no and it's the crazy thing. It's state and federal representatives and whatnot telling people, you need to prepare, you need to have something, you need to do this, you need to do that. They still not listening. They still not telling their people, hey, y'all don't pay no tithes this month. Make sure y'all got some this or that at your house just in case. No, they're not gonna say that. They not gonna care about them people having to stand in long lines because they ain't got no food, and then they gonna be getting rotten food. They don't care. They don't. They not thinking about, like, okay, if it was that dangerous to go get food, if it's that dangerous, they are shooting at people in Gaza when they try to go get a bag of flour or rice. Shooting at them. It's also happening, I guess, Sudan, the Congo, and other places. These people are trying to go get food. They are being herded like cattle into a specific place, and then people are shooting at them. I do not understand. Babies are being, like, they try to go get water and they unalive them. And you still don't think? Okay. Well, it's not a coincidence that it's happening in the place where Jesus was born first. Whether those are the originals or not, that is the birthplace of Jesus. Doesn't it make sense that the Antichrist would start there first? He's the one that was behind the Spirit every single time the Hebrews was getting ready to get massacred. He's doing the same thing that he did all those years ago. It's not a coincidence that all of those tragedies are happening in that specific place. It's not. It's strategic by the Antichrist, by the enemy. You said, and they're asking him for money. Look, out of all the places they could have did at it, why would they start where Jesus was born? My sister doesn't know about any of that, but gonna tell me God told her not to listen to you. He didn't want us to know that. They just be lying on our dad, right? Who see they be lying on our dad? If he wouldn't have want us to know that, he wouldn't have put it in the Bible. But that's how you know they only read it. Look. Okay. Let me go check on my eggs. That's scary. And these people had another tell you need to come to my church. Hell no. I don't have no parts in it. Thank you. I don't have no parts of that. That's scary. They are telling you not to listen to the word of God. But I told y'all, I already know. I deal with these people all the time. I'm telling you. They're in my family. They all ministers. And they all just choose to be blind. As long as they make it to church and listen to the word a little bit. And they get on their prayer line, baby, they feel like they on their way. And talk in tongues a little bit. And still mean as all get out. Still, no. I don't want no parts of it. I would rather know and be an outcast and be ready to do what I'm going to have to do than to sit there and be blinded by big hats and full churches and nice parking lots with nice cars in them. You hear me? I'd rather live the way we've been living, learning to live with less, because the world is going to be shocked. Aren't they? I was trying to tell as many people as I could that 2020 was coming. And nobody would listen to me. Yelling at the top of my lungs on all my social media. Like, God told me this, God told me that. Girl, you need to quit and all of that. And guess what? While everybody else was running around tripping, I was sitting at the crib chilling. What y'all think going on now? A lot of people are looking into survival stuff, and some people ain't. But those are also going to be the people that's going to have to stand in line in the cold, in the rain, in the sleet with their kids and be stressed out because they don't have enough. Because listening to man was more important than them getting in their word and figuring out what God had to say. And they are making their choice right now. I promise you they are. They're making their choice. And it's scary. But again, you get ready to see that. I can't believe you're going to let me and my kids go without food. You let you and your kids go without food. Because impressing people was more important than you stocking up on 6 months worth of dry goods for you and your family. You would rather go buy a bag, honey, or get a bundle, a lash, honey, a sports car, whatever it is, like a Louis Vuitton belt, honey. I hope you can eat those things. You said, me too, I had no worries during the shutdown. I'm trying to tell you. God started telling me, and I started getting ready, just like we doing now. They didn't believe we was gonna get shut down either. Oh, that's not gonna happen over here, and then it did. And people was off work and trying to figure out what they was about to do, standing in lines at the grocery stores, at the Costco's, getting into fights. Ain't nobody trying to be doing all that. Tell me before so I know what to go get, because that's too much. I don't even want to. So, I will see y'all in the morning. I'm about to make my food, get into bed, and Lord's will, I will get up and study something in the morning, and we'll have class if that's what he say. Now that my feet is feeling real soft, I'm about to go rub them on these sheets. I'm about to go rub them on these sheets. They feel real nice. I need my survival stuff, but I'm on disability and I barely make it. You said you need it. Listen, God will put it in your way. We have plenty of people here. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be in your business, but we got a lot of people here that are on disability, and God provided everything that they needed. He did. Yeah. We got a lot of people that, 3 years ago they said the same thing, but God blessed them. They asked him to send it, and he did. Just gonna have to stop saying what you don't have enough for, though, because if you keep saying that, then you won't. But God can multiply what you have. You said sure did. Yes, yes. There you go. Your testimonies right there. If you keep talking about what you don't have and you don't have enough, then you won't. And I told people this 3.5 years ago when they told me the same thing, didn't I? And then God started putting everything that they needed in their way, and he started stretching their money. So he can, he's still in the stretching money business. I'll tell you that. He is. So I love y'all. You said you a living witness. Come on. There they go. There they go. I'm trying to tell you. It was a lot of people. We have people that haven't even had a job this whole time. No income, and God still worked it out. Well, no, whatever income. You hear me? He can do it if you believe it. But if you keep saying what you don't have, then it will not show up. You say yes because you told me to bless my covers, my cabinets, refrigerator, and when I did, and I went, and when I didn't have nothing, Dad blessed me abundantly. Yep. Yep, he will. You say he's still doing it for you. Come on. He said he can do over and abundantly what you ask. So that's that. You said, right, because I didn't have no money and I'm not working, and Dad made a way where I could get everything I need, because that's what he do. It can come from strangers. He can do it, but you got to be careful of your words. You said you have an overflow and do. That made me happy to hear y'all say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a real thing. It is. So I love y'all. I'm about to go make my salad and climb up in my bed and probably watch that movie. I wrote it down here. You said, well, don't be sad. We don't, but you got to think, Kimmy, we be on YouTube all the time. Every class that we ever have pretty much had is on YouTube. So if you ever can't find us, just go to YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. And Dad's blessings are the best. But have a nice night. Yes, y'all too. I love y'all. You said that's very much true. After losing my job, I trusted he provides, and he's still doing that and will. I'm sorry to hear that, Pumpkin. I am sorry to hear that. Okay. I love y'all.